It was the end of another busy day on the island of Sodor. And Thomas, Toby, and Percy were getting ready to rest at Titmuth Sheds. Well, Farquhar Sheds to be exact. Isn't it nice to have it laid off when you're not at work? Said Toby. And the two engines agreed with each other. Well, time for bed, said Percy. And the two closed their eyes, and so does Toby. And each window shut them. But during the night, they all have the strangest dream in their entire life. The next day, Thomas came into the station where he met by Stephanie. Or Stanley, if you want to call him. So, Thomas, how did you sleep well? He asked. Terrible, said Thomas. I kept having the strangest dream of my life. Well, try not to get any weird shenanigans, Stanley. Well, I think I'll try, said Thomas, hopefully. And then, things would have been better if Thomas didn't have strange nightmares all the time. And then, Thomas left the station. And Stanley just backed up to deliver ice cream to children. On the way to the next station, Thomas was very upset. He didn't know why he had a bad dream. Thomas wheezed noisily into the station where James was waiting anxiously. And Thomas just waited there. And James came up to him and said, "Hey, Thomas, have you got a dream last night?" said James. "Well, I may have known why that dreams are dreaming, and if you are dreaming," said Thomas. James said, "That line doesn't make sense." "I know," said Thomas. "I just made some alliteration. That Sharon Miller just wrote it for some awful reason," said Thomas. "Have you been dreaming about Mattel turning you into an all-engines-go toy?" said James questioningly. And Thomas was shocked and horrified to hear that. "Mattel has been ruining my dreams," said Thomas. "I don't know what to say," said Thomas. "I just don't know why." And he moved on to the next station. And James said, "Well, I'll try to keep that in mind." When Thomas got into Mattel's evil factory, he glared at the factory, saying, "I'm watching you, Mattel. I'm gonna watch you forever and ever, and the next day, 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 and the next day." "Shut it, Thomas," said Percy. "It sounds like we're having bad dreams about Mattel turning us into all-engines-go marketing stuff." And Thomas said nothing. "Well, it's okay now. Let's go back to sleep," he replied. And the windows and doors shut. Have a good night, everyone. Bye.